And welcome into Salt Lake Community College's Community Roundtable. When we get the opportunity, we bring in the guests from our partner communities around this table and talk about all the great things happening within our local communities. Hi everybody, I'm Rick Bullion. I'll be your host this afternoon, and I'm joined by three distinguished guests from right here in Taylorsville. To my left is Chris Cooley, General Manager of Leatherby's Ice Cream and Restaurant. Of course, I know it by the ice cream. And joined by Kunz, owner and proprietor of Great Harvest Breads. And of course, those breads, well, they're the die for. And the Honorable Mayor Wall. Russ, welcome back.
Thanks, Rick. Thanks for having us.
How are we doing as a college in your community in the city of Taylorsville?
We love our partnership with the college. We partner with them with the symphony. We partner with them on many things in our business community also. It's a great asset to our community.
Well, it's a tremendous community, it's a tremendous partnership, and of course, whether it's on the educational side, the arts, or a very livable community, we're proud to be part of it. But today, we're here to talk about kind of the economic development side and where we stand from a fiscal standpoint. And guys, in a down economy, one of the first things to go is, just spending. But talking with both of you, it seems like both Leatherby's and Great Harvest, well, the economy is up for both of you.
Yeah, we've been very fortunate so far to see an increase, and we owe that to a great customer base, very loyal, and great community supporting us.
So discretionary spending, people still want their ice cream.
They still want their ice cream in tough times. It puts a smile on their face.
Well, absolutely, especially put a little butterscotch,
yeah, there we
put
go.
the almonds on there, it's all good. And Rands, I mean, as far as Great Harvest bread, as you've mentioned before, there are lots of different places to get bread, but a lot of people still come to Taylorsville and go to your Great Harvest store.
We're so grateful for that. It just is. It's a pleasure to be able to go to work every day and know that really what you're doing is you're interacting with some really neat people, and that's what's so cool about it.
You know, we don't have a realtor here, but they always talk about location, location, location. You're on Redwood Road, and you're on 5400 South, two of the main arteries in the entire valley. And of course, they converge in the city of Taylorsville. That in itself has to be helpful for a positive business.
Super positive here. I mean, we moved 3 years ago. Well, it'll be 3 years in July, and our sales are actually up, which is awesome, considering the fact that during the down economy, we built a big building. And for a long time, we've been the only ones there with a little salon there. And so the bakery is doing well enough to actually support 2 empty spaces, which is amazing. So we're very, very happy about that. Glad we moved. It's a little sketchy when you try to rent something out, but overall, it's been a very, very positive thing for us.
Great. And Chris, as far as Leatherby's goes, I mean, you're looking at potential expansion. There are 3 Leatherby's in the state, but the main one, your headquarters, right here in Taylorsville.
Yeah, and it's been great. We are looking to expand a little bit in Taylorsville, perhaps, as well as some other cities in the future.
Well, we have 2 great representatives of restaurants. Mayor, how's the rest of business in the city?
Well, sales tax dollars are up about 3%, 3.5% over last year, and that's good considering we've been experiencing for the past 3 or 4 years downslides in the economy. So it looks like things are turning around. We haven't been hit quite as hard as some other communities, but some of our businesses are hurting, but it's coming around.
When you talk about sales tax revenue to a city, how important is that revenue to the operations to have a livable, a safe, walkable community?
Well, if your businesses are healthy, then the community is healthy. Sales tax makes up about 50% of our operating income, so it's very important for us to have successful businesses like Leatherby's and Great Harvest Bread, and for them to be successful, we have to provide the protection and the services that they need and that people need to feel comfortable about shopping and eating in our restaurants and stores.
But some of the other issues that are relative to what both of these gentlemen have come into, Rand, you built a business here, and so all the aspects of getting the site, preparing the site, infrastructure, utilities, etc., that was part of what you had to deal with the city. And of course, Chris, taking a look at potential expansion, very similar issues. I mean, the infrastructure's in place, but there are things that are really associated with trying to get those approvals and meet the time frame and the budget that you intended.
Sure, yeah, we are looking forward to diving into all that. And we've had great experiences with the city of Taylorsville in the past, and we hope that that trend just continues, and we assume it will.
Okay. Rand, what about you? I mean, because you literally came from the ground up.
You know, we have nothing but great things to say about Taylorsville City as a business itself, because they realize that if they help me and they help us, then they themselves are helped along as well. So it's just a synergistic thing. You just take care of each other and you be nice.
Mayor, you came into this, into political, the arena, into public service, but you came in from the business service area yourself, and I believe you're an HVAC contractor, correct?
That's correct. Yeah, as a business owner, it was important to me, as it is to these two gentlemen. Customer service is important. If you don't provide customer service, your customers aren't happy and they don't come back. Well, I brought that same philosophy in when I became mayor into the city. Customer service is important. We need to treat our businesses like their customers. We need to treat them with respect. We need to make the process streamlined and affordable, inexpensive, and still provide all the services. So our staff has done really well. They've accepted that, and we're doing really well with our customer service.
Well, I'm fairly familiar with the staff at the city of Taylorsville. There's not a lot of you.
We're probably the leanest staff in the country, maybe. Certainly in the state. We have our employees. They're all cross-trained to do other jobs. And it helps. It saves money, and it also gives people a little bit of variety in their work. You know, everybody doesn't really like doing the same thing when they come in every day. So if you're cross-trained and sometimes you get the opportunity to do another job, it's beneficial. Makes your day a little easier to get through, and our staff truly loves their jobs, and it's obvious.
Rand, with a small staff, when you were going through the development and the building process, it probably allowed for you to work with familiar faces when you would go back to City Hall.
It was awesome. It really was. First of all, you got to understand that we've been here since '95, and so we've been friends with these people for a long time. And so, when you're working with your friends, then it's it's an enjoyable experience.
How about working with your family? Oh, that's a different show. All right.
No, that's him.
No, that's Chris. How about working with your family?
It's been great. It has its challenges, but overall, it's a great experience. I grew up in Leatherby's. I started working there when I was 8 years old under my dad, and and 22 years later, here I am.
You know, Chris, I'm not sure I can trust you. I mean, you're too thin to work at a place that sells ice cream and all of the great desserts that you guys have.
I do hear that all the time. I do sample our product on a regular basis. Yeah.
You should see him run around, though.
That's
what
it comes down
He
to.
really does a lot of running around.
Well, when we come back on the other side, after we take this break, $10 million, it's on the table. I don't see it here, but Taylorsville has put $10 million on the table to entice more business to come in to serve their residents and the surrounding communities.